Do you ever get stuck with your writing? Well, good news. I have 3 things that you can implement in your writing life that will help you not to get stuck. And I call this the Stuckification Prevention Kit. The only bad news is you're not going to want to do it. But if you're serious about actually producing your work and getting it finished, then you'll do it. The first one that we'll cover in this video is the accountability buddy. If you're already familiar with that, great. Do you have one? And if you do, great. No need to listen to this video. See you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe and hit notify so you can get the next video, because I'm willing to bet you do not have the next one in place. So for everybody else, what's an accountability buddy? It's a person who holds you accountable, and it's typically done equally. So you hold them accountable, they hold you accountable. It is not someone who's an expert writer. It is not someone who will critique your work. It's simply someone who will hold you accountable to do whatever you say you're going to do, typically on a weekly basis. This week I will blank. Then you check in at the end of the week. Did you do it? Did they do what they were accountable for? That is it. That's what the accountability buddy does. Now, to make it work, it helps to think about who you want to have for your accountability buddy. I don't particularly recommend that it be another writer, because you're not discussing writing. You're simply holding one another accountable. What you want to think about is, where are they on the scale of loving to tough? You want someone who cares for you, who cares about you, who will treat you with some kindness. You don't necessarily want a drill sergeant, but you do want someone who will be tough, who will hold you accountable. My friend Elaine would be a terrible accountability buddy, because I would just tell her I didn't get it done, and she would say, "Oh, sweetie, I'm sure you had a good reason." So that pure loving, not having the toughness, is not going to work. And at the same time, I really don't want a Marine drill sergeant. I want somebody who has at least some empathy for me. So figure out on the scale of loving to tough where you would like your accountability buddy to be. For me, it's a little bit more on the tough side, but it's not all the way over. My accountability buddy is named Adam. He lives in Israel. I met him through a workshop that we were both participating in, and we have been accountability buddies for more than 5 years, which amazes me, because I wasn't even sure when we started if this was even worth doing. And I'll tell you what, it was worth doing. The commitment that I make to Adam is always the thing I least want to do, because that's what I need to be held accountable for. So I know in my mind what it is I want to accomplish. What's the thing I least want to do? Because that way, having him hold me accountable makes it so much more likely that I will do it. And I can think of very few times that I've said to Adam, I didn't get it done. It's always been, I got to do this. I got a call with Adam coming up. So how do you do it? You can do it live, but that's not common. More common is either phone or Zoom. I recommend once a week, because that's a nice cadence. It gives you time to do something and time to report on it. The call itself only needs to take 15 minutes. You can make it longer if you want to, but I don't recommend going longer than a half hour, because then you're not going to want to do it every week, because it's cutting into the rest of your life. All you need is enough time to say, I committed to this, I did it or I didn't do it, and this is what I'm committed to for the next week. And you report on that, and your accountability buddy reports on that, and that's all there is. That is the end of your call. If you've got any questions about an accountability buddy, please put that in the chat. Or if you've had a great accountability buddy experience, put that in. People want to know that it's worth it, and it is worth it. Do you want to get your book done? Yeah, get an accountability buddy. And that's it for this system that you can implement in your life. If you'd like the specific details on how to set up an accountability buddy, please see the writer's Stuckification Prevention Toolkit linked below. Next week, I'll be back with pair shares. I guarantee you haven't seen those before, unless you've worked with me before. Thank you for being here. See you next time. Tally ho.